People love netbooks because they're super lightweight and dirt cheap. But they're not for everyone. Some people prefer a larger screen for doing things like watching movies, or maybe you want a little bit more horsepower for doing things like editing photos. Whatever your needs though, you might still want something lightweight, and I bet you don't want to spend much money either. That's where a new kind of budget ultraportable comes in. These notebooks, which start around $400, offer great performance, lightweight design, and a bargain price. I'm here to help you find the one that's best for your lifestyle. Sometimes it can be hard to tell a netbook from an ultraportable. Well, ultraportables for one have slightly larger screen sizes, anywhere from 11 to 13 inches. Their screen resolutions are higher too. Expect either 1280 by 800 or 1366 by 768. Whatever screen size you get, it should feel lightweight in the hands. Ultraportables tend not to weigh more than 4 pounds. Remember too that ultraportables run Windows 7 Home Premium, which is a full version of Windows, whereas netbooks run Windows 7 Starter Edition, which is a pared-down version of Windows. Finally, the keyboard should be full-sized, and keys that you use every day, such as the Shift key and the Enter key, should be full-size too. Ultraportables pack a bigger performance punch than netbooks, but they're not quite as powerful as a traditional laptop. Performance largely depends on the processor you choose, and you have lots of choices. Intel, for example, makes both single-core and dual-core ultra-low-voltage systems, ULV for short. Single-core is better for everyday, just basic computing, whereas dual-core is really better for more intensive activities, like multitasking and editing photos. But you might be less interested in battery life and more interested in gaming and graphics, in which case there are several options for you. One, you can choose an 11 or 12-inch laptop that pairs NVIDIA Ion graphics with an Intel Atom processor, the kind of processor that was originally developed for netbooks. Or you can choose a laptop like this one, which has the AMD Athlon Neo platform, which offers better graphics than most Intel ULV systems we've seen. And if you want to get the best of both worlds, you can get an Intel dual-core system with a dedicated graphics card. The catch is they're a bit more expensive. They'll ring in closer to $900. All ultraportables promise long battery life, but they're not created equal. The exact number of hours one can last on a charge depends on a couple things, including the size of the battery and the kind of processor that it has. The best ones last between 7 and 10 hours in a charge. For instance, this dual-core laptop by Asus lasted 9 hours and 55 minutes surfing over Wi-Fi. Meanwhile, this single-core laptop by MSI lasted around 4 hours on the same test. When you're shopping for an ultraportable, we recommend settling for no less than 4 hours of battery life. When shopping for an ultraportable, make sure that yours has at least 2 gigs of memory. 3 or 4 gigs are better though, because that means you can do simple things like booting up your computer that much faster. When shopping, look for hard drives that range anywhere between 250 gigabytes and 500 gigs. Also, get as many USB ports as you can. 2 is the bare minimum, but we really prefer 3. Also, look for an HDMI port because that way you can connect your computer to a high-def monitor or television. One thing you might not find in your notebook, though, is an optical drive. That's because notebooks are thinner and lighter without them. But you might not notice it's missing. If you're the kind of person who downloads software or streams media from sites like Hulu, you won't even know it's gone. Depending on whether you choose a single-core or dual-core processor, the price of your ultraportable can vary anywhere from $399 to $800. For instance, this 12-inch laptop by MSI has a single-core processor, 2 gigs of RAM, and a 250 gigabyte hard drive, and costs around $429 right now. Meanwhile, this 13-inch laptop by Toshiba has a dual-core processor, 4 gigs of RAM, a 320 gigabyte hard drive, and costs around $700. So, as you can see, the price varies a lot depending on how much RAM you need, how much hard drive space you want, and how advanced the processor is. All of the budget-friendly ultraportables we've seen today are available for sale at newegg.com. Check back at laptopmag.com for reviews, buying advice, tips and tricks, and more.